Hi everyone. Today I'm going to make an iced latte on my new espresso machine. I got this machine about 2 months ago. It's a nuova simonelli musica. I got a killer deal on it. I think brand new. There's something like $3,000. I got it used for around 900. I took it to a shop, did some maintenance work, replaced the pressure gauge for the steam, and now it's up and running and I'm really enjoying it. So I've used it for a few weeks now, gotten a bit used to it. It's a lot more difficult to use than my old breville machine, which I gave away to one of my friends. And that one's a lot more forgiving. Things happen a lot slower. It's kind of like driving I don't know, Toyota Corolla compared to a Ferrari. Things just go a lot more quicker and it's a lot more precise. So any small change makes a huge difference. But anyways, I'm gonna make an iced latte. I'm gonna do a decaf for my mom. We've been using Salt Spring coffee quite a bit recently. I really like their coffee, and their decaf is quite good. So to make a iced latte, I've been trying to weigh out my beans for every time I make coffee, just so a couple reasons, just for the precision, and also keep it in the hopper, like in the grinder. It's just exposed to light and it like wears down your beans quicker, so it's nice to keep it in the bag in a dark, cool place and the beans stay fresh longer. So I use around 20 grams for this machine. A double shot can be anywhere from like 18 to 21 grams. I found 20 grams with this machine works well. I'll drop some. But I mean, with espresso, there's so many variables and small tweaks. A lot of it depends on your beans, your machine, and a bunch of other factors. But 20 grams in general for this machine I find works quite well. So I throw it in the hopper. I've had this heating up in the group head now, so it's nice and warm. You want to warm up your portafilter. And here we go. Okay, so once your beans get in your portafilter, you want to redistribute them. There's these things that you put on top and you spin around and it redistributes your beans. I don't have one of those. A lot of nice coffee shops use them, or home coffee enthusiasts, espresso enthusiasts. But there's a couple other methods. One is this finger method, which is more common, where you kind of use your index finger to redistribute the beans. I've learned recently that that's not the most effective way to redistribute your beans. I'm going to use the kind of the tapping method, which I'll show you in a sec. The reason why you want to redistribute your beans is because if you don't get them evenly distributed, you'll get thicker or denser sections in your puck and less dense sections. And then when your water is going through your puck, it goes more rapidly through the less dense sections and slower through the denser sections. And that causes an imbalance in flavor. You'll get sour and bitter flavors. So you want to kind of evenly redistribute it. So when you tamp it, you get a perfectly even puck, or dense, like the denseness is evenly distributed. Okay, so how I do this is I kind of hit it firmly, not too firmly, but firm enough to move them around 2 or 3 times, and it always comes to the right, so I kind of push it a bit to the right and do one more tap, and now you can tell it's kind of distributed nicely. And then I'll do a couple firm hits on the counter, 1, 2, 3. So now it's distributed evenly. I got my tamper. The tamper, I learned this new method where I'm kind of, my body's perpendicular to the counter and my elbow is straight up into the air. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to use my body weight to tamp down. And my fingers are right off the edges of the tamper, and I use that as a guide to know when that I'm tamping evenly, because you don't want to tamp it this way or any which way. You kind of want to go evenly downwards. So I tamp once lightly, hit it to get all my beans in, my grinds in, and then you tamp kind of firmly until it doesn't go any further. I'd say anywhere from like 20 to 25 pounds of pressure. Then I kind of do the other side. And then I'll polish with a quarter turn. And then that's my firmly tamped grinds. Get in the group head. So double shot is anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 times the original weight of your grinds. So 20 grams is so that would be 30 to what is that? 2.5 times, like 50 grams. That doesn't sound right. It's more, that's one way. Weight is the more precise way, but I've been doing it by volume, so let's actually stick to that. I got this espresso, this shot glass, which has the volume on the side. So for a double shot, I usually go anywhere from 60 to 80 milliliters, and you should get that in about 25 to 35 seconds. So if you've tamped it well, your grind sizes are good and all that, and your machine's working properly, in 25 to 35 seconds, we should get 60 to 80 milliliters. And I kind of like to look at, I have this bottomless portafilter. I can tell how well I've tamped my coffee by how quickly it comes through. So it's coming through a bit quick, but this should be around a 25-second pull. So we're at 70 milliliters now. I turn it off, and there's my double shot of espresso. Now for an iced latte, I'm gonna add a bit of honey as well, because it's always nice to have it a bit sweet. I don't know, I like my iced coffee drinks a little sweeter. So I add about maybe like a teaspoon, half teaspoon, while it's hot, obviously, because if you add it while it's cold, it doesn't dissolve. So while the coffee's hot, before I add my ice, there we go. Take a quick sip. Very nice. And then I like to pour my coffee over the ice. I find if you do it the other way around, where you pour your ice onto your coffee, it just doesn't cool it down the same way. It just takes longer and your ice starts melting, and just doesn't do as good a job or as quick a job. So I get a lot of ice in there. Coffee goes over, and then I top off with whatever milk you use. In this case, oat milk. I really like this brand, Earth's Own. It's a local Vancouver brand, and this is their barista version. It's a bit pricier, like double the cost of their other oat milk, but I think it tastes a lot better with coffee. It doesn't have that, like, I don't know, regular oat milk just doesn't taste very good with coffee. So their barista blend is a lot better. And look how nice that looks. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks really good. Oops. All right. Bye.